Yes, my people. Currently on NQ, I'm on the 1 hour chart. Price is bullish. We go to our 5. You can see that price is kind of stuck in a range, but we'll see what happens because we're just floating around the SMAs. And on my 1 minute, price is primarily bearish. So if you just let price play out, I will now say that price is bearish after we've closed below this low on my 1 minute chart. And I can also see if, so on our, let that kind of close. So price is bearish. We have this bearish zone over here. So now this is what it looks like on the 1 minute. And I mean, is there SBS? Potentially, yeah, where I can force it, make this my 1, this has a 2, this has the 3, but primarily I'm just going to wait and see what happens. Okay, so essentially, I mean, you can have this as your 1, this as a 2, this as the 3, 4, 5, but then at the same time, this doesn't make sense. I mean, if I go to the 5-second chart, this is what it looks like, and even so, we still need to get below the SMAs. 15-second chart, still the same thing. We need to get below the SMAs. So it wouldn't make sense me looking for a short there, and we are now above the SMA. So let's just see what happens. And I mean, if we go to the 15-second chart, so can you see how, as I was saying before, we made a low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high. So the first internal flip will be from this area here, where you can start looking for, something which is going to help you take the trade lower. But again, that's a more advanced scale of, looking at structure. On a 5-second chart, we was above our SMAs. We've now gotten below. So we there. I mean, you could say here as well, but I'm not going to include that. You have here, you have there as well, and then obviously now you have this area. So in terms of looking for a trade, I mean, there are possibilities, and when you let price play out, we eventually take out our lower low. So a lot of people sometimes they get confused, or they don't know whether to take the trade or not. All you gotta do is wait for a new zone. All you gotta do is wait for price to take out your lower low, or the previous lower high, and then obviously you just draw out your new zone. You don't have to force and take a trade within that zone if you don't like it. And like even here, I mean, 5-second chart, maybe there was potential play. So I mean, probably not the greatest, but you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and obviously price continued down. What do? We tapped this S and DR here, had a nice reaction, double tap, and obviously price rejected below the SMA. So there are trades that you can take. It's just you need context behind it. And if I double check, that's higher. So there's no RSI here, unfortunately, but price done what it needed to do. And if you just carry on, because we're still within my trading time. So now all I'm doing now is just going to draw a new zone from here. Go to 5 minutes, see what it looks like in the 5 minute. And okay, so we've tapped back into the zone here, this 5 minute zone, which is also an area of supply and demand. We are below the SMAs. When I go to my 1, we do have the SBS where this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now, remember, if I'm using my 1 minute as the higher time frame zone, I mean I can use a 5 minute, but if I am using a 1 minute as my higher time frame zone, what can I even do now? I can go to a lower time frame, such as a 5-second, such as the 15-second, and wait for flips. So technically, if we're looking at things from a structural point of view, again, made a low, made a high, made a low, made a high, made a low, made a high, and we close below this low. So that's like an internal flip. It's not a proper flip, it's like an internal flip. So, potentially price might start making lower lows from here. If that's not the case, then I have to basically wait for these lows to get taken out, and that's where the real flip will occur. So we let price play out. Okay, so now we have closed below these lows as well. We tap back into it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we go to a 5-second chart, it looks a little bit better. You guys can see that for yourself. Below the SMAs, we tapped this wick. No, we didn't, but we tapped this imbalance. If you use imbalances, I would say we tapped the wick fractal, but we actually didn't yet. And obviously we are below the SMA, the 200 SMA, and obviously price dumps nicely. So that could have been a trade based off the 5-second chart. Just understanding where you are within your 1 minute time frame. But even so, now we've closed below these lows. You can wait for retracement in, and then price obviously, hopefully price goes lower. So you tap into that, and you can see how price completely disrespected this 15-second zone, which is completely fine, because we understand that on our 1 minute, price needs to close below these lows. We're gonna let price play out. So we fell. So look, this high. So this high here has failed to take out this low, making this a weak high, and obviously we've taken out this high. So we are still below the SMAs on our 5 minute. We haven't actually tapped the 50% yet, so there's also a chance that price might want to tap the 50 and then make its way down. 50-50. Just let price play out quickly. Obviously I've gone way past my trading time, but let's just see what happens into the PM. And then price continues to make higher highs and higher lows. So when you zoom out and you use your higher time frame, which is the 1 hour, you can see that price is actually bullish. So it would have made much more sense for me to look for long continuations. Yes, price was bearish at the time. However, this is why you have to adapt and react to what the market gives you. On a 1 minute, yes, potentially you could have caught a trade from here, because you did actually tap into this area here, which is an area of supply and demand, or you could say it's the SNDR. We did have a nice reaction from here, which potentially could have given you the 1-to-1, but it wasn't enough to take out these lows over here. And obviously price started to make higher highs and higher lows. So again, if I just clear out my charts, you could say that we're trading from this high to this low, and right now everything inside of this is just internal structure, where we're trading from this high and we're trading from this low, and everything at the time is just internal structure. So we can see internally, what did we do? We took out this high, we took out this high, we took out this high, we took out this high. So internally, price is just in the pullback phase, where it wants to continue to make higher highs and higher lows. And you can see how not once did we take out a low, take out a low, take out a low, take out a low. Not once did we ever take out a low. So this is how, even though price is bearish, you can still trade a pullback, understanding where you are within price. Obviously, the SMAs will have to be on your side. So in this situation here, we can't catch a trade here because we're below. We can't catch a trade here because we're below. But once we've candle closed above, we had the SBS within here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We tapped the SMA nicely. We tapped this area of supply and demand, and you can see how price reacted off it and continued higher. So when you're just a little bit patient and understand where you are within price, you're gonna be good. And that's me on the 1 minute. Obviously, if I go to my 5-second chart now, you can see how price is making highs and higher lows. You can see where price was below the SMA, so potentially you might not even be able to get what's it called, a trade within this price action. But then maybe on the 15, as you can see here, it actually works out nicer, where you can clearly see where we have the SBS. You can clearly see where we had our area of supply and demand. You can clearly see where we tapped into it, and obviously price reacted higher. Yes, again, you may have not caught the full move, or you might have got stopped out at the break even, but you have to understand that these things are going to happen, and as long as you are protecting your capital, you are going to be all right. That's it from me today. Always remember that victory belongs to the most tenacious, and I'll see you lots tomorrow. Love.